Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving right into a completely fascinating, almost magical phenomenon, the 5 signs you have an invisible radar, and the secret intelligence behind hypervigilance. Let's just jump right in.
Have you ever felt a vibe that literally no one else notices? Just imagine, you walk through the door of a crowded room, and instantly, wham, you feel this undeniable energy that completely escapes everyone else around you. I mean, the room looks perfectly normal, right? People are chatting, holding their drinks, smiling, laughing. But your internal alarm bells, they're softly ringing. You can't quite put your finger on it just yet, but you know for a fact that the emotional atmosphere is just slightly off. You're picking up on a frequency that is completely invisible to the rest of the crowd. It's this profound, kind of isolating, but utterly fascinating moment where your brain is actually telling you something absolutely crucial before you even consciously know what it is.
So picture a standard, everyday scenario we have all been in. Maybe it's a bustling party, a tense office break room, or, a quiet family gathering. On the surface, it's just a bunch of people sharing a space. No obvious arguments, no loud noises, no red flags, just a completely neutral, safe environment. Everyone else is taking the room entirely at face value. But for you? Well, the environment is never just neutral. Your subconscious is already working overtime, constantly surveying the landscape and gathering raw emotional data.
And then, almost instantaneously, your brain isolates one specific person. You catch this slightly tilted head, a microscopic shift in posture, maybe just a fleeting microexpression or sudden, sharp change in their breathing rhythm. And your brain processes this incredibly fast, literally in mere milliseconds. That's all thanks to the amygdala, your brain's built-in threat detection center. It catches these tiny fluctuations way before your conscious mind can even form a single thought about it. In a whole sea of meaningless noise, your mind highlights this tiny detail like a glowing red flag. It is an absolutely incredible feat of human biology happening entirely behind the scenes.
It's that sharp intake of breath, that sudden moment of absolute clarity. All that background chatter just completely fades away, and your focus hones right in on this single piece of emotional data. You aren't just seeing the person anymore. You're acutely aware of the emotional weight they just brought into the room. It's like you can physically feel their stress, their anger, or their sadness taking up space right there with you. It's an undeniable shift in perception. The hidden vibe is officially detected, and your entire nervous system just snaps right to attention.
Now, we so often call this a gut feeling, right? Or we label it magical intuition, kind of wrapping it up in this romantic idea of an unexplainable sixth sense. But the reality? Well, actually, scratch that. It's not magic at all. It is hardwired training. Your brain isn't out here performing parlor tricks. It's executing a highly sophisticated, deeply ingrained psychological survival program. You aren't psychic, you're just incredibly observant. And recognizing this difference is absolutely crucial. It takes this whole phenomenon out of the realm of the supernatural and roots it firmly in behavioral science and your own personal history. So what does this all mean? Basically, reading a room relies entirely on pattern recognition. It's your brain's high-level ability to constantly scan the environment for emotional data, just to keep you safe. Your mind acts like this supercomputer, crunching vocal tones, physical stances, and literally the exact distance between people faster than you can even say hello. It's a constant, rapid-fire calculation designed with one main goal: survival. This isn't just about noticing that someone is upset. Oh no, it's about instantly predicting how their mood might impact the overall safety and stability of your immediate environment.
Think of it like this internal invisible radar, continuously sweeping the room for subtle clues. Beep, beep, beep. And here's the wild part. It never really turns off. It is a background process, perpetually scanning the horizon for anomalies in the social fabric. And let me tell you, it's exhausting. In fact, this is exactly why you might feel completely drained or get a massive social hangover after a seemingly normal party. Because while everyone else was just enjoying the music, your brain was doing advanced emotional calculus the entire time, tracking every single microscopic shift in the room's dynamic.
Because, this radar doesn't just pop up out of nowhere. For a lot of us, it starts early. Imagine a child carefully watching the adults around them. They learn very early on that to stay safe, they have to proactively notice tension long before a situation escalates. They are essentially forced into an accelerated masterclass on reading emotional data. They learn to read the room before the room even knows it's being read. This hypervigilance? It's actually a brilliant, highly adaptive childhood survival strategy. It's just the brain's way of ensuring safety in an unpredictable environment.
Fast forward to today, and that deeply ingrained training is exactly what allows you to recognize those subtle shifts and proactively step away from tension. You don't need to wait for an argument to break out because your radar already caught the precursor. By stepping away or adjusting your behavior, you are utilizing decades of subconscious training to protect your peace.
It completely reframes what we often mislabel as mere social anxiety into an incredibly sharp, highly tuned tool. It's literally your nervous system doing exactly what it was trained to do, prioritizing your well-being above all else.
Which brings us to the ultimate takeaway here. It's not intuition, it's training. When you walk into a room and feel that vibe, your brain is just doing exactly what it was conditioned to do. And honestly, acknowledging this shifts the power right back to you. It removes the mystery and replaces it with this profound respect for your own mind's ability to adapt and protect you. You aren't at the mercy of random, unpredictable energies. No way. You are the owner of a finely calibrated instrument. Understanding this distinction can be just incredibly validating.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a thought to ponder. If your invisible radar is built on past training, what other subtle patterns is it secretly managing for you right now? Like what other hidden emotional data in your life is your radar actively scanning for today, maybe without you even realizing it? The next time you feel that unexplainable vibe, remember this. It's not magic. It's the incredible, hardwired intelligence you carry with you every single day. Keep paying attention.